Heck yeah, nothing but blue sky for Cory Teunissen. Let's see what he's got here in his first run of the Pro Wakeboard Final here in Fort Worth.
Heel side 900 right there. Didn't really look like he got a solid grab on that. It's not the biggest deal right now, but the judges will start to add up over tricks. Like maybe if this comes down to who's going to win the event, they're going to analyze those tricks really tight right there. And look, was that a toe 1080 that was just?
Did we just see that? You know, that's one thing that we talked about in the semifinals. You know how important it is to connect on those grabs and land tricks clean, and maybe not as important in the junior finals, but here in the pro men's wakeboard final, it is critical that you are not only grabbing your board but landing tricks clean and doing them like they should be done. And Cory Teunissen really doing that there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're doing if he did a toe 10 in the middle of his run. Give us a replay here, Nick. You go heel 9. Yeah. And I think he came in and okay, that was a backside wrap backside 900. A little wobbly on that landing. Judges are going to dock that one, but still really technical trick there, really hard to do. And a wrap backside 900, a little heavy on the toes there and a little wobbly, but he did not fall. Still coming into his second pass in his first run, and keep in mind he wants that double up. There's a 3-to-1 wrap frontside 360 into a backside 180. A pretty tough trick there to do, and I haven't really seen Cory do that trick too often, really. There it is, the mute mob 540. Cory, one of his staples of his run. Really hard technical trick to do. Got to be really powerful to kind of get that one around and land it as constantly and consistently as he does. And there it is, the toe side 1080.
Wow.
That's the banger that Cory wanted right there. Damn, it's so crazy to see these guys do that off the wake. Wrap backside 900. Switch toe 1080, double cab roll. Cory Teunissen. Cory Teunissen showing up in the first run, and the second rider off the dock here in the finals, and he gets a whole double up too. He ain't done yet. So, damn, a couple big tricks there for Cory. Mute mob 540, toe side 1080, wrap backside 900. Wow, man. So, yeah, I mean, if I was a judge, the only thing I could possibly dock him on is that the wrap backside 900 and the switch toe side 1080 are so similar in the tricks. They're literally just the takeoff is just one 180 difference, and you're kind of the rest of that trick feels and seems the same going all the way through. So if you're a judge in the know and it really came down to it, maybe it doesn't make a difference right now, but if this is really technically close to another rider, I think that the diversity in those tricks is something that maybe could start to weigh heavy on Cory.
And that's where, you know, these judges, it really depends on what they're looking for and what they prefer in their personal style. Of course, there are certain things that are a little bit more technical, but when it comes to that, like composition of a run, how much are you switching it up? How similar are your tricks? Is there something that he could have done to show more, you know, diversity amongst his tricks? I don't know, but man.
Well, they like to see, as a judge, you like to see riders spin two different directions. That means that, like, it really makes it, when you're spinning the same way all the time, and maybe he is on the heel mob 540, the switch toe 1080, the wrap back side 900, you know, Cory has a lot of tricks that are all spinning the same way, and it's possible that the judges could probably see that, and, you know, we'll see if Nick or anyone else can see that and maybe kind of, like, elaborate on that. Maybe if you see Cory do where he's spinning the same way, maybe you take initiative and try to spin, show the judges you're spinning opposite ways, and maybe that could weigh heavy.
And that, of course, is the benefit of, you know, going last, having that last seed, like Nick was saying in his semifinal interviews. You get to watch everyone else, and you can really tailor your run to be what you think it's going to take to win. Obviously, you know, you've only got so many tricks in your bag, but it comes down to those little details here in the finals that are going to get you on the podium or not.
It really does. Game of inches, so they say. Well, I don't think they say that about wakeboard. Maybe football, but...
We do. We say.
Well, now we do.
We're they, as they say.
We are they.
We are they. Right on. So we saw Maxime Roux stand up 2 passes and get that first double up of the day just before Cory Teunissen. Now Cory standing up his 2 passes and going for his double up. Now these guys are going to get 2 runs. So right now it's like if you're Cory Teunissen, you're going all out.
Yeah, but at the same time, you already have 2 solid runs, so you want to make sure you do not want to fall on this one, but you still need a decent trick. I think he's going to go. Yeah, I think that was solid. Not super hard, but not super easy too. A nice technical double trick. That's exactly what he wanted to build on. I think he was confident that he can make that. That's why I think he elected to go with a double back roll and not do anything too crazy, because it would have been very unfortunate to have that run that he just had and then fall on the double up. So smart run for Cory. 2 stand-up runs, solid double up. We're watching a replay right now. Coming into the trough, clean exit. Grabbing stale on that, and really just a textbook double back roll there for Cory Teunissen.
Fresh off the water, Cory, not too bad, eh?
Yeah, I mean, pretty stoked. Like, not perfect, obviously. There was like one little bobble in there on the back 9. Like, I felt like I was in control the whole time, but it just felt like it was deep. And like the boys kind of told me that it was like an ostrich, like almost got my head in the water. So, but hey, I'm like 2nd event in for the year, 1st event of the PWT, and hey, I've had 2 stand-up passes in 2 finals so far. So like I'm just trying to keep this momentum going, and let's just freaking see what happens, man. This is like.
Where do you go from here? Do you try to build your run, or do you try to pick a harder double up? Seems like that double up's a pretty tough one, but a consistent one for you. Is there any room on the table to where you can put together a better down and back before your double up, or do you want to improve your double up?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely need to clean up a couple things for sure. And like, there's one thing I've kind of been doing. I hope kind of like tweaked my ankle during the week on something this week, so I've kind of been like avoiding doing that. It's not like a game changer, but it kind of just like adds variety to my runs. So now that like I've put one down and looking pretty solid for the rest of the final, now I can just kind of go balls to the wall and just clean everything up and really do like the game plan, really do like exactly what I want to do, and hopefully that puts me in a good spot. So we'll see.
You've got your dad in the stands today. He came all the way from Australia to watch you ride. How fun is that to have him here at the first stop of the Pro Wakeboard Tour?
Yeah, it's epic. Like, it was actually kind of funny how all this came about. So he was going to come over and just like spend a week in Orlando, and like he loves it over here in the States. And when he booked his flights, he actually didn't even know this event was like coming out until it like the schedule came out like a couple weeks afterwards. So he literally looked at his flight, and I was like, bro, like you land on qualifying day. So it was literally like the most perfect timing ever. And he landed yesterday, flew straight from Sydney to Dallas, and he hopped straight in the car and drove here, and he literally got here like 5 minutes before the first rider of the qualifying yesterday. So he's been frothing. He's like the biggest wake dad ever. He loves coming to events and loves hanging out and like catching up with everyone again. So he's frothing. And I mean, for me, like, dude, I struggle being away from home for so long and being away from my family and my partner and everything. So to have a little bit of home while I'm over here, it's like the best feeling ever, man. So
we absolutely love that, and I'm sure he does as well. Solid first run. We'll see what you got here in the second one.
Thanks, appreciate it. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, Judy.
Thanks, Cory.
Thanks, guys.